we mentioned this earlier during the intro segment, the fact that if there is an upset going into tomorrow, this could determine the head-to-head seeding,
that's
right?
True.
So
that's
this has massive implications now, and as we move into pistol round, we are going to see Isurus just playing one member towards B, a couple shots fired off onto VSM, who is spotting that alternate middle, but a very slow start to the round out of the T side, and this is great here, just trying to get any overextending CT they can to get that man advantage in their corner.
So to my point that I was making, it'll be really interesting, especially in this half. So Daytona, a team that we said both of these teams love their ops, but the thing is, Isurus don't need the op on this map. On the T side, you can get away with 5 AKs and be just fine. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I'd like to see if Daytona end up getting enough money to go for double op, how well that can be implicated into smothering Isurus' attacks. Right now, they want to come down banana. Hardzao spotted the first. He's forced back just a couple feet. Oh, but he takes back 1 foot too many. PRT, a little bit of a surprise. What a pop flash in here from Turtle. He's got 2. He's got bomb control as well. He holds his ground. Now falls back to the site where another player's waiting. That's Turtle. He's got the kit. He was the support player on this round because we saw that beautiful flashbang come in.
Yeah, smoke now blocking off Turtle towards Coffin. The T should be pressuring it here, but it will be VSM through the smoke to turn it into a 2v4. Max and Noxe, neither one is armored, and we are going to see both of them go down as DETONA. Some great shooting to give them the pistol round.
Yeah, that was excellent. VSM got that kill through the smoke. He's able to track through, get that killed based on the audio cue. And at that point, it was every man for himself. It looked like Daytona said, we've got a massive 5-2 advantage, so let's just push smokes. We heard the bomb plant audio cue go in. There's only one guy defending that bomb planter. Let's take the fight right now. They stop that bomb plant, and now Isurus, they go for a force buy.
Yeah, and this is kind of scary if you're on the CT side because they don't have any heavy rifles. They've only got SMGs on the field, so the CZs can actually compete against these weapons that the CTs have brought to play.
Yep. Turtle does get that first kill. That was utility that softened up the target of 1962. He had mollies in front of him, grenades right on him, and he started off basically at 50 so HP even in that fight. Wasn't able to do any damage in response. Bottom banana, Turtle is here, and this could get really, really dangerous. Because Turtle might think that kill against 1962 was perfect, easy, super soft, super squishy. There was a dink noise in there, but he just melted in front of them.
Yep.
They might not know what's coming at him now. The utility is just now being thrown for Isurus. There's Turtle with the peek, and now he realizes those are hardened targets.
Yeah, Hardzao now moving back into B. This is a great smoke from him, but actually Isurus is going to force this. Hardzao able to pick up the first one. The final 2 members here to come in. PRT rotating, gets to himself.
What a play.
Yeah, forcing the smoke, not a good idea from Isurus. Daytona make them absolutely pay for it.
1 HP and a dream, and there's an SMG coming to the backside. They were even searching for him there, but they get them with the pistol at the end of the day. Daytona are able to avert that disaster there, because you saw that defensive smoke that was dropped there, and just very well played by PRT, if I'm not mistaken. But he sets up on the upside on the first orange corner, and then by doing so, gets the first kill, and then rotates over. And the T's come through that smoke. They continue to pursue. Oh, it's actually Hardzao. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, it's Hardzao.
Now they look, as they come through the smoke, they're searching for that player right there. And another one was to fall on that position. So
yeah,
Daytona doing well.
I mean, I do like the fact that Isurus were able to take the top of Banana, but really forcing the smoke. They were fine to just wait it out in that position, slow it down, make Daytona kind of double think, maybe rotate somebody back out of B there in that situation. But Isurus forcing the smoke essentially hand Daytona the round on a silver platter, and Daytona will... They're hungry. They're going to eat.
Well, very, very similar to the pistol round. Daytona actually started with 3 players on the B site. So that you saw that they had players in excess at the B site again. So there was 3 defenders there to start off the rounds. And a lot of teams do that. They keep 3 players at B just to start out, just to make sure they have extra utility in Banana. Good grenades, good mollies in. They are going to absolutely melt. The thing is, they won't earn that much money to getting kills with mollies. As they stand in the flames and fire again, it's the SMGs getting the last hits. That's nice. Almost. Oh, he does get a second kill. There's an AUG to be picked up here.
Get this bomb down. Oh, he's tossing it.
That's smart.
Great decision.
Yeah, just hold on to the SMG. 1 HP. Oh, he gets naded. I saw a grenade coming. I was hoping it was a smoke or a flashbang kill. Not to be. Daytona 3-0 start right now, but they are a little bit behind the curve, having such a heavy investment with rifles, though the players that died can now rebuy, and they can start to settle in.
Yeah, that passed around there. A little bit of a disco inferno as we saw those players burn, baby, burn as they tried heading up towards that area, just getting absolutely mowed down. buy that setup. I do like the fact that Reversive was aware enough to say, hey, look, this is an expensive gun that I got right here. I'm probably going to go down in this round. Let's toss it out of play. That's going to cost Daytona quite a few dollars as they try to buy back and put one on the field.
1962 just sprinted up mid. Molotov went over his head, and now he's going to get a quick peek. Hearts out, shoulder peeking it, but it's all a bait and a ruse. That molly could have been better intended for the cubby position. Now 1962 is approaching. He's got an idea that somebody could be there. Oh, what a beautiful flash. Nothing that 1962 can do right now. And it's essentially a little bit of a reset. Good grenade damage as well coming in. A second grenade knocking Max down to 3/4 of his HP. If they advance on A and they do well, they still have to come all the way back for this bomb.
Meyer now might get caught out with this Molotov. Some damage being done. A nice flash should be coming in towards lane from VSM. This could give Hardzow now the opportunity to peek. He doesn't take it, but Isurus pressuring this lane area.
I like that sight smoke. VSM, that gives him a little bit more cover. You could see that they haven't been able to dig him out of position.
Oh, Turtle, though.
Yeah. Well,
made his way down towards T-Ramp, and now he's got them pinched.
Well, he's going to get pinched himself.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
Oh,
whoa,
no.
You missed your shot. Unfortunate.
There you go.
Turtle just tuckers in, and he'll be here for the long haul at T-Ramp, having bomb control as well. Max, last man standing, takes the first salvo, but with it being 5 players alive, they're looking to recover some of these rifles at the end. Hopefully Hardzow and VSM can manage to pick up AKs. VSM doesn't quite make it in time. So
but it's okay, because of the fact that Isurus should be onto a little bit of a pistol buy here. There's an opportunity for that SMG on the back of VSM to do some work. I would have actually liked to seen VSM drop the AUG to Tiburcio because of the fact that you always want to keep money even across the board, but Tiburcio ends up buying up on his own. That's going to create a little bit of destabilization within the CT economy, as Tiburcio really the only person that wouldn't be able to buy up into a force.
Yeah, he's got enough players around him, though, that are rich, so they can share some of the love and some of the money that they've earned themselves. Isurus are onto a half buy because they'll have full buy into the next round regardless. Right now, your arch side defense is Tiburcio, and they are starting to encroach up to the top side of mid here. Lots of grenades coming out and over.
I think he got caught.
They may have.
No, they
don't. Now they turn back for him. He's able to get 1.5. Myron has dropped down to 50. This is danger close for Hardzow. Myron gets that next kill, and suddenly you have 2 rifles with armor on your T side. Finally, though, the AWP has rung out. It's been a rarity. It's been on the field for a couple rounds now, but it just finally finds its first, I believe. Max in 1962, our last man up, looking for a frag. Still, VSM has a weapon to be able to recover, drop that SMG, and make better use later.
Okay, it does look like Isurus will be splitting up as we see Max moving towards Halls as well as 1962 moving towards Arch. The CTs have completely given up this bomb, so that's going to be able for Isurus to recover this cleanly, not have to worry about too much, but it's on Max to hold down this site. He does have Turtle coming in to reinforce, but it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, that drop in pit, you're going to see the rotation start to come in. The B site's being abandoned as well. You're not going to drop a player in the pit for nothing.
Find this?
Well, the thing is, on site for VSM is super dangerous right now.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness, Turtle gets them both at the end. And I thought your player VSM on site was actually the one that's going to get taken out first because they were thinking about wrapping library side, wrapping Moto, and then you would find VSM standing on top of the ninja box.
Yeah, it was great shooting out of Turtle. They're able to pick up the bomb there that was trying to wrap, turn around, pick up Max for the final kill. Daytona up 5-0 here to start their CT side, and this is the exact momentum you want going into this map 3 now. Isurus not really looking too strong here as we start this map off, but as we've seen before, any of these teams can turn on the switch at any moment, and they can start playing well.
PRT is actually trapped, absolutely trapped. Nowhere to go. With a Molotov in front and behind him, a flash comes in. Noxie is able to turn and avert his vision. And other than that, great shot from him. I thought he would end up losing that fight, but Noxie wins it for at least a trade, but still you're playing from behind. 1962 is going to be the last man standing. We've seen a very mobile Daytona based off of audio cues.
Dude,
but,
this timing. Oh my God.
1962 was staring top mid, and VSM just managed to pull that one off perfectly.
Okay, Daytona now, another strong B-hold. Isurus trying to contest that almost every round we've seen, trying to fight that B very early, and Daytona doing a great job, some great crossfire, starting from that pistol round where we saw PRT pick up those few kills. It's been a Daytona show at that Banana bomb site. If you're Isurus now, this is about the time in the half where you're going to say, let's give up Banana, let's contest this at a later point, let them use their utility, let them use their nades, and we'll go back to it as the round progresses. But it does look like nope. Okay, so Isurus will be giving it up. We do have Noxie here. He's avoiding these Molotovs. Takes a little bit of nade damage, but not too much. but it does look like Turtle wants to aggress, wants to fight this.
Yeah, that would probably be an unwelcome sight. Daytona are in such a commanding lead right now. You don't need to take these early fights for free. Grenade comes in. Turtle's forced off of the first oranges. They're going to try and set up a crossfire smoke between Sight and CT. Throwing a defensive smoke right now is starting to give Isurus an idea that they could just bide their time. A ton of utility on this B site has been dumped. So what I expect is your defenders, Hardzao and Turtle, who have one smoke and one flashbang between the two of them, all on Hardzao, are going to just do a late aggression into the B site.
Yeah, Isurus will be moving towards brackets as we pass the minute mark on the round, looking for a little bit of control on that area of the map, keep the CTs on their toes. They obviously don't want to go right to B right off the bat. Maybe pull a rotation out is the name of the game, but it doesn't really look like they'll be getting too many picks towards A, as the Daytona side have gone into a full passive mode, as the bomb now moving back to B, like you said.
Yep, yeah, they're just, I'm surprised they actually peeked into brackets, and they were given that bracket control, but still, knowing that the utility on this B site is lower is a little bit more tempting. But that smoke coming down is actually early enough that it's going to fade, and you're going to have a pretty clean strike into this B site.
It's still going to be a force strike because the smoke's going to fade around 15 seconds, maybe 17 seconds, and Hardzao also has a flashbang, so Isurus now won't have as much time as they'd like to check everything.
Oh, there's a molly at new box as well. Turtle's got one, Hardzao's got the other, but Turtle is going to be Turtle soup, and then we're towards the new box with the Molotov in there. 6 seconds to get this bomb planted. They will put it down in time, but you are outnumbered. And spray coming through the smoke. Max is going to be tagged up for 30 damage.
But they don't have the utility here, Dallas. There isn't too much utility on the Isurus side to actually keep this side in their hands. Likewise on Daytona, as they take the double peek, or Hardzao gets double peek towards construction, we are going to see Isurus now turn into a 3v3. Max takes down one. Reversive also taking down PRT. It's onto VSM. Coming up Banana, able to take down Reversive. It's into a 1v1. Max, can he get the first round? And he does it. Isurus are on the board. Some great shooting out of Max during that 3K.
Man, what a painful way to win a round if you're Isurus.
And it was hard fought.
It was really hard fought. But the thing is, what my indication is on this matchup between these two teams is especially Isurus rely heavily on off presence. They haven't been able to field their op. It's not necessary on their T side, but if you're winning a round with only one surviving, you're very rarely going to see that off.
Not only that, only having one surviving means Myron as well as 1962 will be bringing Mac 10s into this fight against the side of Daytona, who are very well armed, very well kitted, and it does look like a fast B is what Isurus is going to opt for.
Now, they could stop this.
They're going for it.
They don't need to commit to this.
They took so much damage in the process.
They really ate that. And now Hardzao, standing on top of the coffins, has the first, almost even picks up the wounded Myron as well. They're spraying back towards the CT, and Turtle at first oranges is peeled off. They've opened up the site. This time, previously, Isurus were able to get it done on a 4-3 advantage, but they had very little utility. We see now a 3-3 with very little utility. Daytona dominates that aspect.
Yeah, exactly. They have a smoke, so they can actually smoke off the front of Banana. You're actually going to see VSM lining that up right now, getting ready to smoke the front. They have a Molotov, so they can dump that towards Tribox, maybe even Emo. That's exactly what VSM is going to do. So they've cut out 2 angles right now, but there's a gap in that smoke, and that's going to be huge.
Oh, that's massive. Max and Reversi can actually work together on a massive crossfire. What do they end up doing here? They are isolating 1962, but that crossfire is too strong, and Tiburcio now starts to stand on the bomb in the smoke. The spray's off the mark. He's going to manage to pull it off.
No way.
They defuse it in the smoke, 1v1. Reversive has to go to his sidearm. His spray was initially to the left of the diffuser and then above the diffuser.
Not only that, Daytona really had no option but to stick it. If you saw the prompt at the end of the round, defuse the bomb with 0.1 seconds remaining.
Wow.
So that's how close it was to Isurus actually taking that round. But because they fall in it, they do end up getting the bomb down, however. The Mercy money's still in their favor. They're going to be able to buy back into this, and now Daytona are actually in a little bit of a predicament now as PRT. You're going to see him with that MP9, signaling the fact that the money situation on the CTs isn't looking so good.
Yeah, that's true. You're going to get a little creative, too, if you're going to try and do more with less. Turtle standing on top of his teammate's head. Yes, over the wall. There's a great start. I really doubt Isurus now are going to try and sink their teeth into the B site. If I was Daytona right now, I'd leave a solo defender on that B site and then move everybody over towards A. So right now you have 3 defenders, 3 attackers to the A site with a moderately fast rotation. He's not on Speedway or in CT, but he can get there in a lightning quick hurry, that being Turtle. But the bomb's made its way to the top end of the bracket. Your defender on that flank side would be PRT.
Yeah, look at Tiburcio now. He's holding a great angle by this haystack. If Isurus actually end up coming up that lane, he's got a spot to get one, drop into the pit right now. Max creating a little bit of pressure towards the halls, but it will be a wrap that the Isurus side is looking for. You're actually going to see 1962 lead the charge. The rotations are coming over, however. Hearts out now, making a little bit of contact. 1962 with a great shot, and now we see the A attack.
Oh, through the smoke, 1962 comes. You've got two players in the pit, too. They're going to try and rebound back to the B site, now recognizing that there was too much gunfire on that A site, and they have called it correctly. It's a foot race to B. However, without the utility, I don't think that they'll be able to make this. Oh, they've picked up a smoke. How fortunate that they pick up a smoke off of one of their teammates' corpses. They'll be able to smoke off CT, but Turtle's Molotov actually forces about 50 damage to Reversive as he gets the bomb to the deck. Nice slow play. You don't actually have to push this if you're Turtle, but instead dies, and now you've got a chance if you're Isurus.
Yeah, Turtle just trying to do a little too much in that round. Will get taken down. It's a 2-on-3 now. Neither side having any utility. So this is a straight frag fest to actually see who's going to come out on top. Isurus with a great setup as well. Let's see if this pays off.
Yeah, no grenades means that it's going to have to be instant picks. Max is able to get one. Now Reversive at 24 HP. Has the weaker player down. It's down to a one-on-one. He's playing for the clock as well. Wisely so. Just giving him a shoulder or two. Give him an ankle as he pulls it up a bit. Tiburcio gets the kill, but he's got so long to run back to this bomb. I think he's got it still. Oh, another one that's down to the fractions of a second.
These rounds are getting closer and closer, and actually Daytona are suffering because of it. Only having one person surviving that round yet again. We're going to see the drop go down. We're going to see that utility burn tremendously out of their wallets. Isurus, on the other hand, the money loss bonus is still in their corner. So we're going to see Noxe actually pick up that AWP and bring it on the field. You were mentioning that fact. Noxe, such an impactful player once he gets that op in his hands. Is that going to be enough to turn the tides?
He only has one kill so far in this half.
Oh, jeez.
1 and 9. That's how quiet the op has been. Noxe, who's been a previously dominant player, who's been leading with over 100 ADR every map so far,
very quiet
is
right
now,
now.
Way down into the pits.
But there you go.
There it is. Just give the man an op.
Give me an op and let me do my thing is what he says, and he's going to get the opening frag now for his side here, turning it into a 5v4. And that's going to keep Daytona on their toes. We're going to see them actually respond by pop flashing out of B, it does look like, as PRT getting ready to set it up.
It's getting ready. Turtle's here. They're going to throw utility themselves. There's a flash, but they were ducked in. Now Noxie's down, swinging out even wider. Turtle does seem to be one of those players that just continues to roll the dice, continue to try and gamble on those kills. Tiburcio now standing alone, gets a headshot that's not going to be enough. Not much of a chance for PRT to be able to come back into this round. He might be able to catch the bomb, but I think that bomb's going to take the super safe route to go into the apartments. Okay.
He's going to take the op.
I mean, in my opinion, as long as Noxie can get this op, but he can't, PRT has taken it away and now holds on to it.
Yeah, this is huge. PRT being able to keep this in his hands means going into the next round, if they choose to aggress towards Banana, that's a good opportunity for PRT to start opening the map.
Look at him pursue this.
They want it.
They really need this op. Oh, he's going to go out to the bridge. He hears that Reversive actually made his way towards T apartments, so now he posts up. He's at the kitchen. Reversive to take the first peek. That's going to be the alarm sounded. Now everybody can start to converge on this position, but really Isurus want to sacrifice something for this op. Will they be able to get it next round? I don't believe so. But they don't want to sacrifice everything either. So holding on to the AKs is something, but when you need the op to survive, you're playing from behind, it feels like. But at least they'll have themselves a weaker Daytona economy next.
Yeah, second.
No, they lost the third player to the bomb.
That is huge. As the two people are going to be dropping guns now, Max as well as 1962, going to be dropping to most likely Noxe as well as Myron. We might see an op get dropped. No, Reversive actually goes for that AK-47. Could have dropped Noxe an op, but actually opts against it. But the second round on the board for Isurus, there's still 5 rounds left in this half to play out, so an opportunity for Isurus to actually get themselves back involved, maybe even bring this to an 8-7 as Daytona now are onto a force buy with the Deagle. Here's PRT with that AWP aggressing very quickly to Banana.
Got a Molotov at him. He's got some smoke from his teammate as well to keep him posted up in the scope, looking down range. But this might be a quicker play from Isurus towards the A site. They are posting up right now to top mid, looking to gather bracket control. Tiburcio's watching towards Boiler from the top of the porch, and then VSM as well, arch side. Deagle in hand is unable to convert on the first player. If he's able to get that first Reversive, then suddenly he's able to latch on to the next. So it does look like Daytona not likely to win this round. Isurus getting things done a little bit late, but getting it done nonetheless. But it's been a stretch. As a matter of fact, it took them 6, 7. It took them to the 8th and 9th round to get bomb plant reward money.
Yeah, looking at this, the AWP will remain at B, and the AWP is down. A great shot out of 1962 to really take this round into their own. You can tell that Isurus were really concerned about where that AWP would be placed in the map, but after 1962 takes it down now, we will see Isurus moving on to their third.
So this might be another case where the game is actually closer than it appears. We've seen 2 bomb defuses from Daytona that were well underneath half a second. We've seen Isurus get close into a couple 1v1s. They lost those as well. But really, the first 6 rounds were super dominant from Daytona. It's finally Isurus that have changed something in this to come back into this game. But they need to be able to virtually win out from here, make it 8-7. They've lost the half, obviously, but it's a pretty balanced map. But, I mean, this kind of solidifies my idea that the rich get richer. As long as you have the weapons advantage and you have the AWP, that team's going to win the round, I feel.
Okay, Daytona now onto this full save. Isurus should be getting their 4th on the board momentarily. I do imagine Daytona with that flashbang will be looking towards Banana most likely. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to see the majority of these CT players moving over towards that B bomb site. PRT getting ready to pop flash them down for some aggression. A nice Molotov towards the top of car will hold them at bay for just a second, Dallas. But we will have to see 1962 coming up big.
Yeah, PRT's got a pop. It's up in the air. Here it comes. It's blinded them. Now they swing the corner. They've got one looking for the second as well. Noxie going down to his sidearm. A Glock getting the kill against these unarmored targets. They very nearly got murked by all that flash pops in there, and now the Molotov pushes them off even further. So I would expect the A team that is now starting to look into the top mid and look at those brackets that they'll end up taking that site. This is pretty obvious that it was a pretty heavy stack towards B. They don't know one extra player in here.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
one player with a question mark.
But you love to see that, right? They're not taking the chance of that extra player actually putting an end to them. I do think now that we see the bomb sliding into the site, they've realized what's going on towards B. They realize it was a stack. The bomb gets planted. The final 2 Daytona members, well, they've got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, they're looking to see if they can recover that one weapon that's down here somewhere from 1962. They are not able to do that. So that is 4 rounds now, 3 in a row for Isurus as they start to correct the list in the ship. And Daytona are going to have a response here. They do not have the AWP. They could purchase it, but that would be glass cannon and not suggested.
Yeah, it got very scary for the AWP there towards the logs, getting dinked as the pressure is just building. But luckily, Myron, right around the corner, comes in to help out his teammate. 1962 did go down off that great pop flash from PRT. But that's about it from Daytona there. As we move on to this gun round, we will see the Daytona side. Only 1 kit on Turboseal. Not really too much in terms of utility, as they are going to have the smokes, but not the flashes and not the Molotovs that you want on a CT side of Inferno.
Yeah, this was, I mean, Daytona could have argued to go for a half buy on this round again.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you don't need to rush anything. You've already got 8 rounds. You had 8 rounds in the first 9. So you could just think, okay, everything from beyond here is a bonus for us. Let's not try and rush any issue, because haste makes the waste. I always say that. And right now they've bought up and they've got that first kill, but they got a player in the pit that they do not recognize. That's going to be 1 pick cleaned up, PRT to salvage that one and plug up the hole in the defense. Now PRT onside, quick headshotting for him. And the next one as well, Noxie 1v3. Again, you don't have to rush this issue. Make Noxie squirm. He is a player that's capable of winning 1v3s, but right now he's got a player at top mid. He's jumped to the mid with a knife. And Daytona able to even recover the op on that round. Net income positive for Daytona as they secure 9.
Yeah, Isurus looking for that Halls pop to actually attack onto the site. Daytona perfectly set up for that rush. You had one player playing on top of that balcony boost on that little, basically that railing above porch. Then you had another player under him. On top of that, you had a player close in sight to help out, and it was just a straight-up crossfire setup from the Daytona team. Isurus, as soon as they bounce into the site, they're losing members, they're taking damage, and Daytona, the final member playing within the A-bomb site, able to quickly delay as well as pick up frags to allow Daytona to get their 9th.
Smokes into Banana. Classic grenades coming in. 1962 always seems to be in this cubby and always catching a couple of the nades. Early 3 players to the B site for Daytona, which is what they had a lot of success with early on, just to really slow things down for Isurus. But Isurus are very, very conservative with their utility, it seems, right now. Just now throwing 2 nades against what would expect to be an AWPer, but instead I believe that's Turtle that's at the sandbag side. He's jumped, though, so they know that he's still top Banana. And it looks like Isurus are just playing picks. They're spread out thin across the map.
Does look like PRT will be using the only smoke left on the Daytona side to actually hold back that B presence very early on. We've passed the minute mark on the clock. We see a boost going down as Turtle getting boosted onto that second oranges. Isurus have taken mid control, and we're going to see Daytona actually respond by getting to a very passive setup with only VSM really peering off anywhere towards brackets.
Yeah, this is a standard 2-1-2. Oh, VSM's going to go aggressive here. He's cleaning out the first, has an easy shot against Reversive, and falls back. Knows now that Myron's out here.
Nice
He's
shot.
Just absolutely skewers 1962.
Oh!
Continually falling back. VSM has just ruined Isurus' plans, who are just still setting up for smokes into the A site. And he goes aggressive again. 4th kill for VSM. The ace is on the line.
Get it?
And on the way is Max through Boiler. He is just moments away from gifting VSM an ace. And he's just inside the angle. 10 seconds. Max, though, no chance to win this round.
Is
so
he
maybe
going to go
just
for
hold
it, though?
still.
Is he going to go for any sort of kill? It doesn't look like it. Contact is made. Max down to 17 HP. PRT taking down Max just a second before the time ends. And that's going to give Daytona their 10th on the board. Great CT half out of them. Isurus calling the timeout. They've got plenty of money to buy up Dallas, so we don't have to be concerned about them not being able to compete in this round. But looking at Daytona, however, well, are they able to play that same structure within this final round, or is Isurus going to pick up the pace maybe towards Banana, maybe towards middle, take advantage of Daytona playing a very passive mid hold, and actually swarm onto the site quickly?
It does seem like whoever has the golden gun is winning the rounds. We see VSM this time picking up 4 kills on a firefall position, and now that he gets 3, he says, you know what? It's unlikely that a 4th is going to re-peak me, so he takes the initiative and continues to just chop up Isurus.
It's such a powerful angle, that arch side
really
up.
is.
It's just straight up, you're able to divide 4 guys into 1v1 fights, and you saw VSM take those very well. They're picking up 4 frags in that 10th round that Daytona was able to get on the scoreboard.
We were talking about earlier, the most overpowered spot on any map. And I think that might be it. That might be arch side op.
Not watching Hut on Inferno or on Nuke?
No, I'd say that op, if you got a capable player on arch, he's insane. So now he's being pushed back. He's struggling to find his feet. Yeah, he got stuck. And now Tiburcio's blind as a bat as well. Excellent entries from Isurus as they smoke off Moto. There's no approach right now for PRT. He's going to have to wait for his teammates to show up. It is the last round of the first half, so you will see Daytona going for a broke on this as they stack up now for that Moto push. Bomb is just now being planted at the default position. Fresh smokes come in. That's going to block off most everything from the pit, but a new smoke comes in from Isurus as they block off Moto again. It's just that the fact that they were able to get into the site so fast and so clean that they really have post-plant utility, and that's what's going to happen if you have post-plant utility.
Yeah, I like the call from Isurus there, opting for that very quick. They realize that, hey, these guys are playing a passive mid. We'll be able to take brackets almost instantaneously. We don't need to spend too much time actually, working into it, poking, prodding. They just simply rush up middle. They swarm onto A. VSM gets caught by that flashbang, actually gets caught on multiple walls there. First the barrel, then the side of that site wall, and that's going to give Isurus the entry kill. From there, they swarm into the site, and it's fairly easy from them.
And I mean, we've got more action coming, so sure, it's 10-5. It was a good first half for Daytona, but don't count Isurus out of this one yet. If they can get the off back into their hand on the CT side, or even a second off, they will dominate. So stick around. We got the second half of Map 3. You're watching ESL Pro League.
Walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby. Walk away, walk away, walk on, baby.
Hey, welcome back to the Pro League. We are about to start the second half on the third map, but let's look at the stats for Daytona and Isurus first. Really, it's Turtle that's up there at 105, when previously in other maps we've seen multiple players that are 100 plus ADR. But really, it's just been Turtle that's been doing the damage. We've got a, let's see, it's been a 10-5 half for Daytona, but really the kills aren't out of control. Just Turtle on top with 15, but he's really got PRT right behind him at 13 as well. Now we're into the second half, and what a great grenade to start hurting people, but it's returned in kind, returned fire. That second one is just dominant against Daytona. They'll have a little bit of trouble coming into this one. Still thinking about pushing the smoke through here. They'll come in backwards, reverse, and jumping, trying to get over top of that first orange, but they struggle to get up and over the boards. It's still a 3-on-3, but that grenade damage still is making waves and butterfly effect into the latter parts of this round. 2v2, wounded versus healthy.
Okay, Meyer now has actually snuck his way out towards the coffin area of construction, so he's in a great spot here. PRT does have the WOM by the emo area as the rotations are coming in towards construction for Isurus. Are we going to see any contact being made?
As soon as he goes to plant. Oh, great shot. Now it's a 1v2.
Oh, but Meyer, I don't think they know he's here, Dallas.
Oh, let's see. The attention from them has shifted over, and Myron actually comes right back. Now he's going to take another dry peek through this. And he's got the first, looking for the second as well. 1v1, both players wounded at this point. PRT starting to do a little bit chip damage, a little bit more. Myron hasn't hit the target yet, but all he needs to do is squish the head. Woo! That was a really rough pistol round. Didn't even come down to the bomb plant. Nobody was brave enough to be able to pull that one off, but Isurus do get that one.
You know what's funny about that? Myron missed all of the shots by Fountain. He didn't hit PRT once.
Right.
And PRT's just tagging him. And then the second they both go into that reload, Myron gets it off a split second quicker, pops himself out, and gets that one tap.
Yep.
Great round for Isurus.
Yeah, can you count it as a one tap, though?
Yeah, after you fire off 14 prior.
One full mag. Next fresh mag resets everything. One tap. The mags have no memory. So Daytona are just on full eco right now. They've got one Deagle in there, actually, that's camouflaged its way in. That's PRT. And right now, PRT is over towards the bottom side of Banana, which has been now second smoke down there at the bottom of Banana. So there's no advancement, really, towards that B site. And Isurus know that.
Yeah, it does look like Daytona will be moving towards middle. I do imagine a burst onto the site. PRT does have the bomb in tow, so they won't have to worry about missing that while they do rush in.
Yeah.
But it does look like as we near the minute mark, Isurus playing a very passive setup, awaiting the push from the T side.
Well, Max, man, these shifts from the defense are actually allowing Daytona to get all the way into lane undetected. Now the Molotov starts to burn one or two. And they've now spotted that they're coming around Arch side, and it is Arch entirely. They're going to try and wrap this. They can make the decision to go towards B, or they can still wrap the A site to finish the job. Now they're going to go through Arch. Noxie, oh my goodness, they all strafe out of there at 100 miles an hour. They race car him, and now they've upgraded themselves to a little something. They've got themselves pistols for the most part still. Self-pop flash, but 1962 blinds himself, gets 2 kills on the last bullet in the mag. Now a beautiful pistol shot, looking for more at only 2 HP. He does get a 4th in there. They're able to avert the disaster of being block ecoed. And I mean, even a bomb plant there, Daytona have been like, thank you very much. But what a difficult strategy to try and pull off on a B wrap.
Yeah, I mean, right off that first kill towards CT spawn, that's when it started looking scary, but a great pop flash from 1962 that allows him to wide swing in. And then he ends up getting 2 off that.
He blinded himself. So really, I think the first kill was a surprise to him. And then as his vision cleared, his last bullet in, got another headshot.
And then he picks up 2 more with the USP in the process. Yeah, great defense.
At 2 HP.
At 2 HP on top of that.
Yeah, so staying alive there was huge because it could have been a lot worse.
Had the Bee Gees track playing the entire time.
Staying alive.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is Isurus that are now a little bit behind with the rifles, but if they can replicate what Daytona had done in the first half, which is just continue on through, this is the first time that you have to make that hurdle. Sure, you win a pistol, piece of cake. You at least keep yourself in contention. Otherwise, it'd be a 12-5, and you're thinking, oh man, we have to think about the late game earlier than we would want to. But now Isurus just need to get past this rifle round, and then they can start thinking about putting ops into the hand of Noxie, who's going to have a much better impact in this half if they can stay ahead of the curve.
Okay, it does look like the CTs will be looking towards that banana aggression, but actually Hard's out just spraying through that top banana smoke, able to take down Max and give the advantage to his team. If but for the moment, as it looks like Daytona will be pressuring back towards B, and this is where they could get caught actually opting against it now. They are going to go into full passive mode, look for any overextensions from any of the CT players. We do have Noxay that's been boosted above, not on the porch, but on the ledge that you generally see the T's boosting on. He's actually going to get into that area as Myron playing right beside him here, watching Boiler.
Deep grenade comes in. PRT and Turtle are almost brought to that point where the M4 can throttle you real quick. They're going to go into Banana, and they've spotted 1962 who's dropping a late smoke. He does get one. I bet he was surprised at how fast Daytona were coming up that one as VSM catches the rotation. Maybe not spotting Myron, who was secondary to that. So you do have Myron that could slip in behind the lines undetected, unbeknownst to the T side. Now it's really just Myron.
Yeah, but he's still in a great spot. He might be able to take down...
they definitely don't know he's here. Yeah. That's a surprise.
There you go. VSM now on the flank, able to take down Myron with that dirty lurk at the bottom of the Banana. But Daytona now onto 11 here. It will be Isurus, looking like they're not going to be buying into this. Maybe a force buy, but I can imagine they just say, yeah, there you go. They're going to be force buying into this one.
I mean, okay. Well, Reversive hasn't fought yet. Now he has. Okay. I'm a little bit worried about this. If Isurus know how successful they were with ops compared to their force buys, it would be a really easy decision in my opinion. I think them holding on to their weapons right here and just saying, okay, you know what, we'll give you a couple rounds, but you need to secure that big green gun moving ahead instead of digging your own grave.
Okay, Daytona, more of the same here. Normal default being run by them. Myron in towards his boiler. He's actually going to give away his position there, as it was VSM that saw that nade fly across his screen. He's going to realize that somebody's close in this area. It will be the T side, not pressuring too much here, as they do smoke off left side mid. I imagine they'll create a little bit of brackets pressure, but I don't think that they'll actually commit to this A bomb site.
No, not right now, especially not with that smoke in top mid. So that is smoke that cancels itself out. Myron, though, may have spotted one person up in those apartments.
Yeah, they spotted each other.
Yeah,
yep.
But that's a shotgun that is going to definitely lay waste to you at this point-blank range. A fresh smoke as well for the CT side, not in response to a T smoke either. So now when you start off on the back foot of utility, you're only getting further and further behind. You've got 45 seconds on the clock, and you're going to need to peel off the first couple players over towards this B site. That does seem to be where Daytona are heading. Your defenders right now, Reversive has a fresh smoke at 35 seconds. That one's going to last for a good portion of the remainder of this one. And 1962 is standing on top of the barrel, or top of the coffins with a decoy. Here comes the utility. It's going to be really obvious. The rotations are on the way as quickly as they can. Reversive taking just a wild spray, not hitting too much of anything. But there's Reversive. He gets two, and he's going to get another one because Tiburcio just betrayed Turtle. 2-on-2 right now. You got to get this bomb planted sooner rather than later before the A rotators can come in.
Yeah, the bomb is going to go down now. Hardzao playing a very precarious spot by this coffin area, right on this off angle.
What are they?
I think they're getting ready to line it up. The
Myron
flashbang should be coming in from Max, and that's going to let Myron fly into the site.
Okay, all right. Max, I think, was surprised by Myron coming out of the position there. Max gets that kill. Now Hardzao 1v1. MP9, he just needs to put his distance away from him. Max touches the bomb, though, so Hardzao going to have to swing here in a second. He wins that fight only just. And I think that's all that matters, too, because Isurus can't continue to chase this dragon. They can't continue to force buy, because after a while, with Daytona continually winning rounds, Isurus, who are comfortable with ops, that's the shape they want to be in. If Daytona are getting to the 13th, 14th round, then Isurus are going to have to just continue to be addicted to that. They have to continue to do those force buys and stop the bleeding.
You will see Turtle with that MAC-10 looking to farm up some economy here in this round. He realizes that Isurus will be onto the save after that force buy. It does look like they're going to be charging right down mid. They could actually catch these players towards B off, as nobody watched mid towards the start of this round.
And the quick headshot followed up with the next one. Now Hardzao's been dinked as well.
Oh no.
Two guns are going to be recovered, and VSM's going to try and come up from underneath. This should be a surprise behind the lines, but they have bomb control up here as well. They're full eco, still at a 3v3. It's going to really be up to Myron, who still has this AK.
Myron should be able to pick off at least one here. Look at this long flank coming in from 1962 as well. If Myron can pick up one, 1962 might get involved, but he gets spotted by VSM. Perfect timing from the terrorist team to actually pick up that frag. They realize the final member is towards Banana. The Molotov coming in,
caught him with a
but
grenade.
he's going to catch him.
Now he's standing in the flames. He takes the fight straight up. That was a really tough spot, but he timed his peak
He caught that.
so
He caught that.
well. That was almost a full vanilla eco from Isurus, which is really what we saw in map 1. We saw that in map 2. Now we're going to continue to see it in map 3.
Okay, 13-7 is our scoreline. Noxa getting that AWP in his hands, and that's something that's been instrumental to the success of Isurus across all of these maps. Once Noxa gets that AWP going, that's when they really start coming alive. So I'd like to see him actually aggress towards Banana early on, and that's exactly what he's going to be doing. Taking that car pick, I do imagine, looking for that early kill as the Daytona members have moved in towards Banana, and it's going to be Molotov damage after Molotov damage here.
There's virtually 100 damage from that Molotov total. Now Noxy is flashed, but 1962 is ahead of the flash. Now he's pushing ahead. Oh my goodness, that is style points as he clears both of his angles, jumping over that smoke. That is a welcome feed for Isurus, as they now hold it 5-3 after UMP kills, and he'll upgrade his UMP to an AK after that. And he's relatively healthy too, still at 50 HP. Then there's no information even gained for Daytona. Even if they want to peek over towards this B site, I would recommend a flash for Banana.
They don't actually flash, and Noxe is going to take the shot and still hold towards top of Banana. The Daytona players are actually very separated right now, Dallas.
They have some utility to be able to try and get into a site rather efficiently, but VSM's going to lead the way. A Molotov into pit, a grenade back there as well. One of your riflers has gone to back pit. One of them, though, is up on top of the balcony. And as Daytona use utility, they still have only gained about 10 to 12 feet from where they started. Now the flashes come in. Those are going to start to work out. Myron's been burned up a bit as PRT finishes the job. They're getting some kills, but oh, Max. That player that was up on top of the balcony is the surprise to them. Isurus do end up picking up that round. I really is on the back end of that push from 1962.
Yeah, that was some great shooting out of him. Daytona actually looked like they were going to be able to get into that A site, but here's that first kill. Now he's going to get that second as he's in the air. A tremendous effort out of him. Isurus now getting their 8th on the board. But can Daytona battle back? And it doesn't look like it now. So Isurus, because Daytona offering themselves up, basically saying, hey, we're going to be saving into this round. We will see Isurus get their 9th as well. Build some money up, Dallas. And this is how the comeback starts to generate itself.
Absolutely, yeah. This could look a lot like what it was in the first map, where as soon as Isurus got an AWP and got economic domination, they put up, what, 6-7 rounds in a row? And pushed it to the 30th round. VSM now is trying to look past the haze of this Molotov, as it's now been really blocked up with a smoke. Reversive is now, he's looking for this boost. Oh, they're there too! The timing, just as he pulls his crosshair away, VSM picks off that kill. That was a solo defender on that B site. They're now coming across. 1962
Another
goes down! He takes the M4 and uses it against them now. I would love for, he may have even just opened up that site. Now what did Isurus do? You've got an AWP on this one, single kit.
It's still possible. No armored players whatsoever on the side of Daytona except for VSM. Plenty of utility here to smoke off Banana, flash themselves into the site. It's still a chance for Isurus to make this happen.
It's so dangerous because every time you lose a 1v1, a rifle goes to the enemy's hand. Myron jumping up on top. He's got the first, but that rifle's still in play. Here comes the big peaks, and Daytona just run amok. A Deagle, an investment of $700, a little bit of a boost.
Changes everything.
Suddenly you're able to get into the B site. And Isurus have to try and crack the shell on that B site, which is pretty tough to do.
VSM, great shooting out of him. His Deagle has been phenomenal since day one, to be honest. He's just been every single eco round. You can look to VSM to actually end up picking off 1-2 members, and even when he's down in those precarious spots where he's going to get boosted above a smoke, he's still in an advantageous position, able to take down that first kill of the B bomb site, allow Hards out to pick up that M4, gets himself another entry as well, and just Daytona with the complete upset, complete dismantling of Isurus' CT side hold there.
We've seen it from both sides where the eco rounds are really strong. That was, I think, the first one that actually managed to go all the way through, and all those weapons that were recovered as well for Daytona is just really going to make this hard for Isurus. They need to make their stand right now. They've only got 2 rounds of loss bonus from that previous loss, 3 rounds if they lose this one again, which is not enough to be able to get them a full buy. It would basically be the same purchase in the following round. They desperately need this fight.
And we will see the CTs taking very quick banana control. Reversive not being able to push down as far as he would like due to the fact that Daytona actually Molotov the top of Banana. The re-smoke coming out as well will give them better positioning towards the bottom as the rotation goes back over towards A to reinforce that portion of the map. Does look like Isurus are actually going to prompt themselves to play a little bit more passive. Reversive taking quite a bit of damage as well here, down to 51.
Yeah, Isurus just kind of want to stay alive as long as they can. If you lose that opening pick, it goes from bad to worse.
They don't have any more smokes, though. That's the big issue. Max really the only person. He's playing halls. So Daytona are going to be able to just move across the map freely at this point.
Yeah, Molly's come down. They're going to land at the first corner. They're thinking about a boost over the top of this smoke. This is where
Could
the one
work.
rifle is. Can't quite see anything. That flashbang makes it even more difficult as well. It's a shame that he's not able to get anything from that because this opening pick is going to be so valuable for both teams. It's either going to be a landslide for Daytona or Isurus are going to be able to at least have a chance to be able to pick up another rifle and make this a little bit better. But coming back to B.
Ooh. PRT actually makes contact with Myron as well. That's going to force him to go passive. It does look like Daytona will be executing on this B bomb site. The two members to hold will be reversive. First oranges and knock save by Coffin, who gets the actual entry.
Oh, but he swings out
There you
trying to
go.
get back into the site. And there's going to be a PRT who's lurking for the rotations.
Jeez.
One, and he's likely heard the second for that quick and easy pick. Now Myron's last man up with just a mere
Nothing
CZ,
to really
a mag
do.
and 3/4 of one.
Okay.
He needs this gun here.
Now he
Okay.
needs to start dropping players very quickly.
Yeah, but yeah,
Not
it's
able
hard,
to
hard
do
to
so.
do when there's an op shot piercing
Yeah.
your heart. Daytona have found that 15th round, and Isurus would need to be able to pull off 7 rounds in a row to send it to another overtime. This is a tough ask.
Not only that, they're going to have to do it with MP9s, a Mag 7, 2 CZs, and a Deagle Dallas. They've got plenty of utility, so I will throw that in their corner. As long as they can smoke off Banana, as long as they can keep the T's back far enough, because we've seen them do it earlier in the half where they're smoking around the 30-second mark. Even from Daytona, who smokes the top of Banana around the 30-second mark, really delaying those T's. That's the opportunity for Isurus to come back into this, but it does look like Daytona now very fast into B, uncontested. They're moving in. PRT with the entry, Turtle with one of his own, and the B bomb site has gone Daytona's way.
Yeah, this looks like the dying breath of Isurus now as they are paralyzed from the aggression. Turtle still hitting the gas pedal. Molotov in front of him, so that's keeping him slow, but a smoke has actually popped there. This grenade might finish off Myron. Yes, from the grave, Turtle is still able to kill you. And Max left alone with a very, very weak gun. No chance. Daytona, you can hear them roaring now as they take their second day. 2 wins in a row for them as well, basically securing themselves a strong look into